All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Jumping on a few minutes early here just because I saw there was already 8 of you in the chat. Can you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear? Hello, Yuan. Hello, Bruno. And hello, Mariana. Nice to see all of you. Loud and clear. Hey, Barb. How you doing tonight? Nice to see you in the chat as well. Much love to you all. God bless. So, just a casual Sunday, decoding this Illuminati Jesuit symbolism. And, I wasn't planning on doing anything today. And then this song came in, or this song was brought to my attention. And this is the new song by Doja Cat. And I don't know a lot about Doja Cat because I don't listen to this type of music. But I do know that Rambo from the Truth Codes, who no longer has a YouTube channel, he only has a Patreon now. He talked a lot about Doja Cat. He thinks Doja Cat will be the performer at next year's Super Bowl, which coincidentally enough is on the 42nd day of the year. And I'm going to show you why I believe that's a sign. We're going to talk a lot about the number 42 in this decode. But first, I'm going to kind of take you guys through this video, and we're going to see just how dark and how twisted this video is. And we're going to take a deep dive into the symbolism of this Doja Cat song. Now, this song is called Paint the Town Red. And, well, let's just say I don't think much needs to be said about that, considering we all know what the color red is usually representing. Or scarlet or red, doesn't really matter. But, anyway, I'm going to show you guys kind of the symbolism as we go through the song, and then I'm going to use the numbers. I'm going to show you just how clear this symbolism is. And I want to give a big shout out to Rambo. Rambo from the Truth Codes. He used to have a YouTube channel. He no longer does, but he has a Patreon. So if you go to Patreon and you type in the Truth Codes, you will probably find Rambo, and you can give him a subscribe, support him. He's done a lot of work on Doja Cat, on Sirius, and I'm going to tie all those also in this decode. What happened to Rambo? He just deleted his channel, and he just exclusively works on his Patreon now. I hope that answers your question, Brandon. Okay, so let's jump into this. I don't want to make this such a very long live stream, but just I want to cover all the key points here. So at the beginning of the song, you get to see the Doja Cat, and you get to see the title of it. And then as we go through, you see her sitting here covered in a blackish reddish ooze. I don't know what she's covered in, but you guys can read into that what you want, but she's covered, and it's all in this dark room. And she begins to pull out her eye. Okay, and this is gross. So if you guys are, I'm not going to play the video, obviously, but she starts to pull out her eye. I guess it would be her left eye. And she sets it on the table. You see, she sets it on the table right here. And as she sets it on the table, right, it goes into this video where she starts to, you start to see Doja Cat, and Doja Cat is riding a beast. Okay, she's riding a beast. Let me find where you guys can see it. Let's see. So here we go. She's riding the beast. Okay, so what does this sound like, guys? Does this not sound exactly like symbolism from the book of Revelation, the Whore of Babylon? Okay, I'll just read through this. And there came one of the 7 angels which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show you unto the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And so anyway, skipping to number 3, it says, So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. Now, granted, in this video, guys, the beast is not scarlet-colored. Of course, he does have the red tongue. He's green, which I think you could talk a lot about this symbolism, right? The Christmas colors are green and red. So green and red are very symbolic. And they both have different meanings, I'm sure. But the green beast that she's riding, and just look at the Satan Baphomet type horns. And I don't know what this is. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be. If anyone has any clues, you know, it's just, I don't know. It just seems to be like, if anyone has any clues as to what this beast might actually be, like if there's actually any mythological beast that this looks like, because I don't have the knowledge to know that off the bat. But anyways, so she's riding this beast, and it zooms in, and you can see, once I get this up here, let me find it. I'm trying to get the right angle here for you guys, because you need to be able to see both of what she's doing. Okay, so you guys can see that right here, she's wearing a shirt that says feral, as in like a wild animal, okay, like a beast, right? And this is what's going to lead me into this really a crazy connection between Kamala Harris and this Doja Cat. And, you know, this word feral is connected to something much bigger, but I'll get to that in a minute. But on her arm, you guys can't probably see it very well, but on her arm, she has the pentagrams. She has the dog star Sirius. Now, let me just first of all remind you guys of the dog star. Sirius is the 5-pointed star, right? Which is also the pentagram, which is also what's on the American flag. I've talked about this in prior videos. This represents the goddess Sopdet. And Sopdet, again, is connected to the star Sirius, the dog star. Now, in this video, let me see if I can find it. So one of the main lyrics that she uses, I don't mean to be crude to use this word, but one of the main lyrics that she uses in her songs is the word bitch. Okay. I'm just saying it because hopefully I don't offend anyone, but I'm just saying this is the word that she uses a lot. And what is the bitch? Well, it's a female dog, like Sirius. Okay. I didn't know this until just recently, but Sirius or Sopdet is a symbolism of a goddess, or essentially a dog star and a goddess, which is essentially a female dog. So she's wearing, in the video, she's wearing the word feral, and on her arm, she has the dog stars, the 5-pointed stars, which represent a dog, a female dog, which is a bitch. And in the lyrics, the very first thing she says in the song is, "Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. She's the devil." Okay? Like absolutely insane symbolism. And just wait till you guys see how this all connects. So with that out of the way, we're going to go over and we're going to talk about this story about 2 feral girls. Now, I just told you guys that on her shirt, she's wearing the word feral. And there is a story in the 1900s in India about 2 feral girls. You guys see this? 2 feral girls, and their names are Amala and Kamala. Okay, well, you guys know who Kamala is, but who's Amala? Well, guess who has the name Amala? Let me just show you. This is crazy. Guess who's named Amala? Oh, look. Doja Cat's real name is Amala. Do you guys understand this? This is so clear. There is a story of two feral girls in India who were raised by wolves. Supposedly, this probably isn't even a real story, but this is a symbolism. And they're feral girls, and in the video, she's wearing a shirt that says feral. And the story of the feral girls is called Amala and Kamala. And Doja Cat's name is Amala, and Kamala Harris is Kamala. Do you understand this? I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this is it. I don't see how anyone could doubt this. What's the chances that she's wearing a shirt that says feral, and the two feral girls are Amala and Kamala, and her name, Doja Cat's name, is Amala? It's just one letter off from Kamala. Absolutely obvious. And just wait till I show you the numbers. So anyway, her name is Amala, but look at when her birthday is, guys. She's born on October 21st. Well, when was Kamala Harris born? Kamala Harris is born on October 20th. They're literally born one day apart. So not only do their names tie together from this story in India in the 1900s, Amala and Kamala, but they're also both born within the same day, essentially. I mean, but obviously Kamala Harris is much older than Doja Cat, but they share. Kamala Harris's birthday is October 20th, and Amala, which is Doja Cat, her birthday is October 21st. Okay? And so they're born one day apart. They're both tied to this story about Amala and Kamala, because Doja Cat's name is Amala, Kamala Harris, right? And now let's look at their births, okay? So their births, here's on your left is Kamala Harris's birth, 10/20/1964, and here's Doja Cat's birth, 10/21/1995. Now you're going to notice something, guys, that because Kamala Harris was born in a leap year, they're both born on the same day, essentially, because in a leap year, Kamala Harris was born on the 294th day of the year. Doja Cat was not born in a leap year. Therefore, she was born on the 294th day of the year as well. Do you guys see this? I also want you guys to notice that when Doja Cat was born one day after Kamala Harris turned 31 years old. And 31 is the 11th prime number. So 31 is the 11th prime, and Amala is born 31 years after Kamala. And if you add a K, which is the 11th letter, remember guys, K is the 11th letter. And if you add the K to Amala, you get Kamala, okay? And that's Doja Cat's name is Amala, just so for anyone that's new here. So Kamala, if you add the K, is the 11th letter, and Doja Cat was born 31 years to the day of Kamala, and that's the 11th prime. Just like if you add the K to her name, that's the 11th letter. So do you see what I mean? The master number 11, she was born 31 years exactly, pretty much, after Kamala Harris. Also notice the days. Notice that Doja Cat was born 11323 days before Amala or Doja Cat. And notice the date numerology of Kamala Harris's birthday, 113 and 23, kind of like the amount of days between the two, 11323. Kamala Harris was born on 113 and 23. So there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that these two are scripted together. There's a reason why Doja Cat is releasing this video when she's releasing it with the word feral written on her chest, and she's connected to Kamala, and her name is Amala. It's just and again, this is two feral girls, guys. Two feral girls, Amala and Kamala, and there you go. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. And so let's go over the Gematria, okay? And you guys are going to see just how crazy this is. All right, so this is all about females, right? The word female equals 42, just like the word bitch. I mean, look at the matches of the word feral, which is on her shirt. Okay? Feral is on her shirt. The very first lyric of the song is bitch. And her other song, look at over here in the side, guys. Her other song's called Woman. Do you see this over here? Woman. And the song that made her popular was called Moo. Moo, which is what a cow does. This song was based off of cows. And what's interesting, if you go and look at the word bitch, another word for this word is a cow. So Doja Cat has a song about a cow, which is another word for a female dog. And remember, Amala and Kamala were raised by wolves, and a female wolf can also be considered a bitch. Okay, notice that the female dog or wolf. All right, and remember, Kamala and Amala were raised by wolves, which can also be a bitch, a female dog, a female wolf. But another word for a bitch is a cow. And Doja Cat's first song that made her famous was about cows mooing. Okay? Also, another word for that is a she-devil. And in the song that Doja Cat just released, she mentions the word devil a couple of times. She mentions the word devil, and she says in the lyrics, I don't know if the lyrics are here or not, but one of the lyrics is, she's a devil. Okay? I can't pull up the lyrics right now, but in the song, she says, she's a devil. Right after she says, I'm a bad bitch. Right? So it's all connected to this, this symbolism of a female dog, which is tied to Sirius, which is what time are we currently in right now? We're in the time of the dog star Sirius, which is a female dog, which again, I just told you is the reason. And that's why she has the, you can't see this here, guys, but she has the 5 pointed stars, the symbol of Sirius, right on her. And what are dogs known for, right? You always hear the term feral dogs or feral, it's just all connected so perfectly. So let's look at the Gematria. What are the chances that female, bitch, and feral are nearly perfect matches except for one cipher? I mean, look at these 3 words, guys. Female, bitch, and feral equal 42 and 24. And these are the big numbers I want to point out, okay? 42 and 24. In the Bible, the beast of Revelation reigns for 42 months. And the woman is riding the beast. And female equals 42. And 24, which is the reverse of 42. Bitch also equals the same thing. And what she's wearing on her shirt, feral, also has a direct match in the same, exactly to the word bitch. And that's the first word she uses in the song. Okay. Also notice that she-devil. Okay. Now look, she-devil is another word for bitch right here, guys. She-devil. And notice that the word she-devil also equals 42, like bitch, like feral, like female. And also notice that Kamala equals 42, like she-devil, like feminine equals 42, like cat, like it's Doja Cat, right? And like scarlet, which is another word for the red that we're seeing, right? So the scarlet in the Bible, they say it's scarlet, right? Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the abominations of the earth. And in that scene, she wears scarlet. They use the word scarlet, not red. But just notice that scarlet equals 24, like Doja Cat, 24, like feminine is the reverse, 42, like Kamala, 42, like she-devil, like feral, like bitch, like female. All the same, guys, 42 and 24. So why do you think the queen died on 8/9 last year? Because 89 is the 24th prime, and the queen died on the celebration day of Mary, Mother Mary, which again is all about the feminine, okay? And so that brings me to this, guys. Kamala Harris, what became the first woman with presidential power when Biden was under colonoscopy on 11/19/2021. That was the day leaving 42 days left in the year. Why did they choose to put Kamala as president, as the first female with presidential power? Why did they do it on the day leaving 42 days in the year? Well, it's pretty clear, guys, because she's a symbol of the feminine, the female. And what does female equal? 42. What does feminine equal? 42. What's Kamala? 42. She-devil, 42. Bitch, 42. Feral, all 42. So why did they choose the 42nd day left in the year for her to have presidential power? Well, now we know. And look at this, guys. This is the first. So let me find this here. Hold on. Let me go to Doja Cat's Wikipedia. I'm going to go to her very first album. Her very first album was called, let me find it. It's not here now for some reason. Shit. Okay, so here it is. Amala. Her very first album called Amala, right? Like Amala and Kamala, right? Amala and Kamala, the two feral girls from India. And Doja Cat's very first album was called Amala, which is her name. And she released this on March 30th, 2018. So March 30th is like 33, right? You remove the 0, you get 33. So let's do a bit of a date measurement here. And you're going to see that from the 3/3 release date of her first album called Amala to the day that President Kamala became the first woman with presidential power was 133 days. Okay, that's important because let me type this in for you guys. The word president equals 133. So what are the chances that 133 days after the Amala album on 3/3 to the first woman with presidential power, it was 133, like president equals 133. Now also look at this, guys. It was 3 years, 33 weeks, and 3 days from the release of Amala's or Doja Cat's first album called Amala to Kamala Harris having presidential power. 3, 3, 3, 3, and the album was released on 3/3, like March 30th, 3/3. Okay, so you see how scripted that is? What's the chances of that? It's all about the 33, in this case. Again, guys, the 42 was the day that happened, which ties all the way back to all these 42s I just showed you here. All right, so now let's talk about also the day that you're going to notice something interesting here, that the day that Doja Cat released her Amala album had 71 date numerology. 3 plus 30 plus 20 plus 18 equals 71. And you're going to notice that the day that Kamala Harris had presidential power was also 71 date numerology. So why this 71? Well, let me show you. 71 is the number of Kamala Harris. Okay? 71 is the whore of Babylon. And I just tied whore of Babylon, riding the red beast, like Doja Cat is riding the beast. And the whore of Babylon is riding the beast. And notice that whore of Babylon equals 71, like Kamala Devi Harris. And when did Doja Cat release her album Kamala? On 71 date numerology. When did Kamala Harris become the first woman with presidential power? 71 date numerology. Do you guys see this? Whore of Babylon, 71. Kamala Harris, 71. Babylon, 71. Catholic, 71. Super scripted. Not only was the 71s tied to her first album and Kamala Harris's first day as president, but also look at the day that Doja Cat was born. It was the day leaving 71 days left in the year, like Whore of Babylon, 71, like Kamala Devi Harris, 71. Okay? So Doja Cat was born on the day leaving 71 days left in the year. She releases her first album on 71 date numerology, and Kamala Harris becomes president, first woman on 71 date numerology. And that's why, guys. Whore of Babylon, 71, Kamala Debbie Harris. So I don't know how much more clear I can make it, but let's also do a measurement from this album or this song that just came out. So the song I'm decoding, guys, is called Paint the Town Red, and it was released on August 4th, which is Obama's birthday, right? And, you know, the number 42 is also tied to Black history and blacks. I'm not going to get into that here, but the number 42 is also tied to that narrative as well, right? Rappers and blacks and feminine, all tied to the number 42. But what I want you guys to notice is that from the release date of this song, Paint the Town Red, to Kamala Harris's next birthday, so from the release of August 4th, Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat on the 216 day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6, like the number of the beast, Obama's birthday, to Kamala Harris's next birthday is 2 months and 16 days, which again is the 666. It's also 11 weeks, guys, just like I told you. If you take the names Amala and Kamala, all you got to do is add the 11th letter in the alphabet, the K, and it's the same word, okay? That's why the 11 is so important here, because Kamala Harris is the 11. The K represents the 11 that you add to Amala, and that's obviously Doja Cat's name is Amala, okay? But anyway, back to this. From the release of this song I'm decoding, where she's riding the beast, she did this on the 216 day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And it was 2 months and 16 days before Kamala Harris's next birthday, which again is based off the day that she released it. I mean, what are the chances of that, guys? And they're both Fridays, which is ruled by the goddess Venus, which is also tied to this. It all goes back to the goddess. And again, both Fridays, August 4th was a Friday, and Kamala Harris's birthday was also a Friday. So again, what are the chances? 2 months and 16 days after the 216 day is Kamala Harris's birthday. And this is when Doja Cat decides to release her Beast album, or her Beast song. Here you guys can see the dog stars. You see? And the feral, which equals 42, like Kamala, like feminine, like female. And there she's riding the beast again with the horns. And now you see her with the Grim Reaper, and she's wearing the scarlet color, just like the Whore of Babylon is wearing the scarlet color. Do you guys see this? I mean, this is the most common picture I found, and she's wearing the scarlet. And there, of course, you have Doja Cat riding the beast, and now she brings the death. The death to what, guys? Well, to the United States. You know, I think this represents the United States being the Whore of Babylon. Kamala Harris becoming president would be symbolic of the woman riding the beast. And that is what has to happen in the book of Revelation. That's what the timeline is. So anyway, you see her with the Grim Reaper, and you see that they're actually, and then you see this just absolutely disgusting stuff, guys. I don't even want to show it really, but just look at this. You have this eyeball hanging, and then you have her eating raw meat. And how's this tie in, guys? She's eating raw meat. Okay, and look, this story of Amala and Kamala, the feral girls, which I already talked about. Look at this, guys. The two girls showed wolf-like behavior. The girls would enjoy taste of raw meat and eat a bowl out of the ground on the floor. Do you see this? So she's wearing feral on her shirt, and it's tied to these two girls, Amala and Kamala, and they're feral girls, and they eat raw meat, just like in the video, she's eating raw meat. How much more obvious can this be, guys? Like, this needs to be shared to everyone. Like, I've seen other people doing symbolism on this, but no one's connecting it to this this wolf, these two girls from India. Because it's obviously connected to these, because Doja Cat's name is Amala. And she's wearing a feral on her shirt. And she's eating raw meat like a feral dog, just like the two girls, Amala and Kamala, were said to have eaten raw meat. Do you see? It's just obvious. And it's just disgusting, too, at the same time. And then she's back with the Grim Reaper, which is connected to Saturn, which also equals 42, just so you guys know. But then you got this, guys. You got this this display of this. Let me see if I can find it here. So you got these two characters. Trying to find the actual thing. You got these two characters. You got the man with the horns standing behind, and then you got this female figure. Again, I don't want to show this anymore, to be honest. It's just, look at their eyes. I mean, it looks like one of those creatures in some of those movies that they put out. So yeah, I mean, was I clear in the chat, guys? Can you tell me if this was absolutely clear ritual? Like, I don't see how anyone could deny this. Considering Doja Cat's name is Amala, and her first album was called Amala, and the story of Amala and Kamala are feral girls raised by wolves. Anyways, let's go to the chat. Let me know in the chat if you followed that, if I made that clear. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Dion. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Juan. Thanks, Eva Dom is in here. Eva Dame. Sometimes I don't know how to say your guys' names, but I try. Nigel's also in the chat. Thanks, Dion. Barb Bowman says it's a very clear ritual. Yep, very clear. So again, people don't understand why I think Kamala will become president at some point, because it's, I mean, maybe they already say that she did become president on that day back in 2021 when she had presidential power for 85 minutes. I already talked about that. Go back and watch if you guys are late. But I mean, was that the day that she became president? Is that actually the ritual, or is she actually going to become like actual president later on? Well, we're going to have to find out. Remember, next year is 2024. And considering all the connections to the 24 and 42 that I just told you, it would make sense for her to become president also next year. Maybe it doesn't happen this year, but I think that there will be something going on with Kamala and Trump. I honestly saw a preview for a movie that has clues about that. Let's see here, guys. Got 48 of you in the chat. Does anyone have anything else to share? Yeah, there's probably a lot more to this ritual, but you know, I think I hit the main points. Again, she's riding the beast, guys. Can't be any more clear with the feral on her shirt. And you know, this kind of reminds me of what they're turning people into, right? They're turning people into feral animals, right? I mean, is this what they're symbolizing too? Is that people are going to go crazy, you know, like zombies, kind of. Brandon asks, what is my take on these overdose news and the Narcan? I don't have an opinion yet, but let me look into that, okay? I don't know. Don't really have an opinion at this point. I got to look at more into that. But I mean, obviously, this drugs could also be what's turning people feral. Have you guys seen the videos of the people in Philadelphia looking like absolute zombies? I mean, this could also be the symbolism that they're pointing out here with this feral, people just going absolutely crazy because of all these drugs. So, I mean, also not to mention all the jabs that they got, you know, jabbed in them. Who knows what that does to people's brains and their mental states. So yeah, guys, I think I'm not going to make this much longer, but I'm glad you guys joined me tonight. I appreciate all of you guys as usual. And once again, pinned to the top of the chat, there is a buy me a coffee link. If you guys want to support the channel, the best thing you guys can do right now is hit the like button. And if you guys want to support the channel, you can go to my buy me a coffee pinned at the top of this chat. And yeah, share the video wherever you guys can. I mean, I think you know, sometimes I don't do great on decodes, but I think in this decode I hit it right on the head with this, because thanks to Rambo too. Again, big shout out to Rambo. He's the one that originally pointed me on to a lot of this stuff, and I just kind of, you know, took it from there. Brandon says March 30th was a massive approval for Narcon for the masses. Well, that's interesting, because that was also the day that Doja Cat released her first album too, and that's also Klaus Schwab's birthday. That's also the 89th day of the year, and 89 is the 24th prime, like female equals 24, like BITCH 24, like feminine, all these 24s and 42s. Yeah, just don't forget that Klaus Schwab, the leader of the World Economic Forum, is born on that day as well, March 30th. And that's the 3-3. If you take out the 0, it's the 33. Very important day. Also, don't forget, guys, Trump was indicted for the first time this year on March 30th. Trump's also tying into this, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. Yeah, so I'm going to jump off, guys. Once again, if you want to support the channel, click the Buy Me a Coffee link. Thank you guys to all of you guys who've already supported. Thanks to Barb. She's also one of the supporters. Really appreciate her. Really appreciate all of you guys. And if you guys didn't catch the beginning of this, go back and watch. It's clear information. And yeah, I just wanted to share that, and hopefully you guys, it was loud and clear. So take care out there, guys. Keep your energies high. Much love to all of you. God bless. And don't let all these crazy Satanists bring us down. Let's stick together and reveal the truth. Expose all of it. Much love to you all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.